Hey, Notorious. Hey, Eve.
How are
Hello,
you?
Lindsay. I'm
Hello.
doing great. Do you mind stating your age?
Yeah, I'm 35.
All right, wonderful. So the
That's
live
cool.
is, pardon?
No, I already know. Go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, so the live is about civil discourse and conversations. No transphobia, no homophobia, no heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior, no bigotry, harassment, or bullying will be tolerated. Go ahead.
Love that. Just so you know, your background isn't up yet, though.
Oh, that's okay. What
I
what
know
do you
what
want
it
to
is.
talk about? Yeah, what do you want to
Just
talk about?
yeah. Have you seen that one? Have you heard of Emily?
Um,
Seen her on lives? It's a she/he.
no. What about
She'll like
him?
well, she'll pretend or he'll pretend that she's a male, and then she'll battle men, and then she'll be like, she'll use her deep voice. She'll be like, "Hello." She'll be talking like this, and then she'll be like, "Hi." It's like, what is the deal with that? What is going
I
on?
I honestly do not know who the person is, but if you want
It's
to share a video or tag me in a video, I'd appreciate it.
yeah. I'll tag you next time. She's kind of up and coming, but it's kind of like just the weirdest thing. I want your take on it, so I'll tag you in the next video. But anyway, I agree with everything you're saying. So
Yeah, a lot of the
the
T
duke.
women, they know that they're men. They know that they're men, but they just want to pretend as if they're not. And they want us to pretend along with them. The fact of the matter is, if this Emily person is a T woman, he's a man. And the fact that they can switch their voices show that they're not really who they think they are. Because no matter how masculine I try to sound, even with my raspy ass voice, you can still detect that I'm a woman. Even with their voices, you can still see that they're men because it sounds so nasally, so forced. It's absolutely disgusting. Hey, Papa Dilly. Hey, Andre, darling. How
Yeah,
are you?
even after he's had all the surgeries and the jawline bullshit. There's another one too, and they admitted it. They said, "Guess what? I make a better woman than even these women." Like, what the fuck?
You can't make a woman. A woman is born. She's born a girl and she grows up to be a woman. For a male, a man to be a better woman, he has to have the appendages. And a filleted penis is still a filleted penis. It's not a pum pum. It's not a vagina. It's not a
It's not a
taco. It's not a
pussy.
cookie. It's not a
Exactly.
pussy.
No
It's not
matter
a
how much
pussy.
you
It's
want to pretend.
no matter how much you want to pretend, it's still an inverted penis. They don't cut off the penis. They just, stuck it into the intestinal cavity and
Yeah,
let
and it's an
doo-doo
open
juices flow
wound,
inside of it. It's an open wound that continuously tries to heal.
and you
It's
have to
not a
dilate
pussy.
it. Yeah, I've done a
Um,
ton of research on this stuff.
oh my
It's
God,
crazy.
you should see the botch one. I've seen, um, you should see botched ones. Let me tell you, there's nothing similar about a woman's pussy to that monstrosity. Any experienced man will understand why is the lip so short, Why, you know what I mean? As long as you're
Yeah.
looking at it, any experienced man will detect that it's an inverted dick.
Yeah, exactly. Any experienced man that like goes for it is just like so desperate. Like how how desperate
Yeah,
would you have to be?
they're
Like
secretly gay. They're secretly gay. Any man that knowingly has a sex with a T woman is a homosexual man. They are at least bisexual. There is no if buts are about it.
yeah, there's
You're
no
not
if ands
straight.
or there's only buts about it,
Yeah, there's only buts about it. And a lot of
and no
T women,
pussies.
no pussies, none. And a lot of T women still have their diaks. Still have their diak. So if they're going for T women, it's because they're gay. It's very simple.
Well, Shanta, if you see me, I'm gonna tag you in her video because I'm definitely interested to hear what your take is on him. So I
Yeah, tag me.
appreciate
Let
you.
me see him. All
Yeah,
right,
I
no
got you.
problem.
I follow you. I watch you all the time. Much love. God
Much
bless.
love, much love. I'll give you a follow too. Leave a comment in my comment section.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great
All
rest
right,
of your
big up.
night, Shanta.
You too, darling. Take care. God bless.
Bye.
Big
God
up.
bless.
Yeah.
These Decepticons that like to say that they're more woman than woman, ladies, don't feel insulted about this. Do not feel insulted. Can you imagine have to get up every morning and prepare yourself psychologically, physically, right, to battle the world and into thinking that, okay, I'm a woman? Don't feel insulted by people who constantly imitate you, because the imitation will always be the imitation. It's a counterfeit. And you cannot compete where you do not compare. There is no comparison between a woman and a Decepticon. There is no comparison between somebody who's cosplaying your gender and you. They cannot do not one thing you can do. This is why they delude themselves into saying, oh, I experience menstrual cycle. Oh, you know, T women are women. That is why they know they're not. This is why they're offended by Aretha Franklin's song, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Laugh. Laugh, because these people cry themselves to sleep at night. When they see a pregnant woman, it hurts them to their core. Just call me Kiyoshi. If you're a T woman, you can get in. Let me send you an invite. Of course, T women are jealous of biological women. Of course you are. I sent you an invite. Come and explain to me how you're not.
Explain to me how you're not, please. This will be
Yeah, we're
interesting.
not, and that's y'all
Okay,
problem.
good
Y'all
evening. How old are you?
y'all
Listen, we're not arguing. We're having a
people like
conversation.
you,
How
people like
old are
you,
you?
people
Good
like you
evening.
is
Just call
the
me
reason,
Kiosha.
and it's
Kiosha,
so
good
crazy how
evening.
y'all be so obsessed
Listen,
with us. Why
listen.
are
We
you
are going to have a
lying to people?
conversation. It doesn't
Stop
this sound
lying to people.
misogynistic? Isn't this misogynistic? This is
Stop
like men just want
lying
to
to
overtalk and
people.
bully people,
Stop
women all
lying to
over again.
people.
Why
Nobody
are these
cares
men always
about
wanting to
Aretha
bully
Franklin's
women?
song.
Oh,
Stop
you're jealous
lying to
that women have
people. We
pussies and
don't
you don't.
care.
You're
We
jealous
do
that
not
women have
care. It is
pussies
so clear
and
that
you
you are
don't. You're
bothered by
jealous
trans
because
women.
even when
It
you
says you
fillet
are
your
bothered by
penis,
us,
it
girl.
will always
It says
be a
you are
penis
bothered.
and will
You
never
are
be the
so
pum pum
bothered.
that has the
No one
splish
cares
splash,
about
the
you
wet
being a
wet, the
regular woman. We
menstrual
do not
cycle, the
care.
ovaries,
We do
the
not
eggs,
care.
the
We don't
birthing
care.
ability,
We
the
do not
baby to grow
care.
inside my
Go
womb. It
back to
offends you.
Africa. We don't
It
care.
offends you
We
that
don't
I can
care
grow a
about pregnancy.
baby
We
in
don't
my
care about Aretha Franklin's
womb.
song. We
It
don't
offends
care
you
about
that
you. We do
I am
not
a
care. Stop
natural
trying to make us
woman.
relevant. You want to
You
make us
make
relevant
me
for so
feel.
much. Like,
You make
hop off
me
our top.
feel.
Y'all be so
You
pressed
make
about the
me
girl.
feel
That's
like
y'all
a
problem. Y'all be
natural
so pressed.
woman.
How old
Woman,
are
let me
you?
start your pum
You a
pum.
grown ass man acting like
Oh,
a little
we
ass
got
girl.
that
Grow the
splish
fuck up.
splash and we don't have
Grow up.
inverted
Grow up. You
penises.
are so mad.
Ooh,
Your
we
nigga
have
probably got
that wet
fucked by a
wet and we
tranny.
don't have
And you're
doodle
mad.
juice
And you're
growing
mad.
down inside
And
our
you're mad.
inverted
And you're mad. You are so
penis.
obsessed with the girls
You
that
are
say that.
natural
That
woman.
say
The
that. You are so
Decepticons
obsessed with
are
the girls.
man.
You are
The
so obsessed with the girls.
Decepticons, the
You are so obsessed with the
the
girls. No one gives.
trainees
I don't care, sis.
man.
Sing that. Sing the
Oh, the
song. Sing it, sis.
trainee needs more
Sing it. Yes.
training.
Sing
The
it. You
trainee
sound
needs
horrible
more
though, but you can do the
training.
singing. Yes, we don't care.
How did
We
it
don't
feel to
care.
wake up knowing that you're not who you
We don't
pretend to
care.
be?
We don't
How does it
care. We don't care.
feel?
That's your
How
problem.
you
You want us
care
to
so much
care, but
about
we
your
do not
inverted
care. We don't
penis?
care. We
Oh,
don't
oh,
care.
oh,
You are so
oh,
ugly.
that boom different when it's not an inverted dick.
Oh, the boom boom hits different when it's not an inverted diak. Oh, oh, that moisture, that self lubrication, and we don't ever have to get the KY jelly. Yeah. We don't ever have to get the KY jelly. Yeah. 'Cause we are women. 'Cause we are women. 'Cause we are women. And our lubrication doesn't come in a tube or a jar. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, ladies, pat your pum pum and thank God. Ladies, pat your pum pums and thank God that you have that pum pum, that vajayjay, that wet wet, that splish splash. Ladies, let's thank God for blessing us with the pussy, the pussy. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. Thank you, God, for blessing me with that pussy. I don't know what I would have to do to walk around pretending all day that I'm not who I claim to be. Thank God I don't have to tuck it with the what? The duct tape. Oh, thank you, God, I don't have to tuck it with the duct tape. Glory be to God for blessing me with the pum pum and that wet wet. I don't need the KY jelly or surgery to be who I am, to be who I am. Oh God, thank God. I don't have to take pills to be who I am, nor do I have to have surgery. Glory to God. Ladies, isn't it good? Pat your pum pum. Pat your pum pum and say, God is good. God is good. God is good. God is good. Glory be to God. He knew what he was doing when he created that pelvic bone. He knew what he was doing when he created those pelvic bones. He knew what he was doing. He's a good God. He knew what he was doing. He knew. Okay, let's get somebody else on. NVM, it is a joke at this point because the Decepticons, they cannot have conversation. They always want to yell and scream for no reason. If you want to come in and have a conversation, have a conversation. Why the hate? Why so much hate?
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. How old are you?
18.
What year were you born?
That's important how?
Yes, and my life is.
Oh, well, I just wanted to tell you that you're a fat, ugly fucking bitch. You ain't know
Yes,
what
and
the
I'm a
fuck you
fat
talking
woman, and
about,
I'm
you
proud
dumb
of
little
that.
fucking
Thank you.
whore. You a
Thank
dumb,
you. I'm a
stupid
fat woman
ass
with a
bitch.
pussy,
Girl, you
and you,
ain't
my
wise,
brother, will
bitch.
never
All you
be.
do is spread random shit,
It's
you dumb
okay.
ass,
We
stupid
know.
ass.
We know.
You a
Thank
fucking
God I'm a
hater,
fat
bitch.
woman
You
with a
ain't fat, you're a
pussy.
pooper. You're such
Oh,
a dumb.
fat women.
Pussies. Slim women have pussies. Medium-sized women have pussies. We have menstrual cycles. We have ovaries. We have eggs. Oh, oh, oh. And a build-up biatch could never compare, 'cause he will still be that dude. He will still be that man. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Bless, God bless all the women out there. All my plus-size women, all my slim women, all my muscular women, all my voluptuous women, God bless you. Because guess what? We're all women. And a he biatch could never compare. A build a biatch, he biatch will never compare. Oh, 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 oh. And why do all of them sound the same? Bro came on like,
Hey, how are you? I am a Decepticon, and I'm gonna tell you this. You put the lotion on your skin, or else you get the hose again. It's me, another Decepticon, and all our voices sound the same. Put the lotion! Oh, I am gonna try to insult you because I'm jealous that you have a pussy.
the day I'm insulted by a Decepticon is the day that hell freezes over. The day a transformer can upset me is the day that the devil will be shivering in hell. How can I be insulted by somebody who likes to pretend? How can I? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You must be crazy. How can a trainee insult me? How can a closeted gay man insult me? Darling, T-women are men who cosplay. They would rather pretend to be everything but gay. Ugh.
Owen.
It's going great. Do you mind stating your age?
Yeah, I'm 41.
Wonderful. I'm 75 myself. Good to meet you. So the live is about civil discourse and conversations. No transphobia, no homophobia, no heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, harassment, or bullying, or hate speech will be tolerated. Go ahead. Love you too, Hot. Big up yourself.
Okay, well, that was a cute little speech. I like the rules. Most of your content violates your own rules, but that adds to
I'm
the
not here
irony of
to
the
debate
event, doesn't it?
my rules. You see the backboard? These are my
Yep,
bullet points. If you want to pick a topic, we can do that.
sure.
Yeah. So stay on topic.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you got a lot of I don't like transphobia, but whatever you would call it, like
No, I don't tolerate transphobia. That's why I allow Decepticons to come on. I'm not afraid of them.
yeah, using terms like Decepticons, etc., and then
Yeah, it's
singing
my
in a
favorite movie,
gospel-like voice
Transformers,
about
different
your
genders
pom
in
pom.
disguise. Transformers. I love that movie.
Yeah, I saw the first one. Shia LaBeouf was okay. I didn't see any of the following ones. Yeah, no, I'm not here to debate trans issues. I don't think we'll ever come to an agreement on that. But is there a reason that you've sort of like based your whole personality around hating trans people?
My personality is that of a Jamaican woman. Just because I
Yeah,
call
we
out
all got that.
delusions
You
doesn't
got the
make it my
accent, and we
person.
can.
Why do get men make their entire personality on the stereotypical black woman? Why do trainees base their entire personality on the stereotypical black woman? I find it insulting. You need to worry about your community problems like grooming the children.
That
The
is not a
alphabet
thing.
community is pedophilic. They're grooming children. They
None
want to
of that is
teach
true.
kindergartners about backdoor sex. They want children as young as 7 to be given medication that literally mutilates their reproductive organs, right?
Wait,
Yeah, so
sorry.
let's talk
Can we
about that.
interrupt you
Pick
just
a
for a
topic
moment?
and let's talk about that.
Can I interrupt you just for a moment? So none of that is true.
All of that is true.
Pedophiles are 20 times more likely to be heterosexual than homosexual. There have been
Oh,
zero
you want to bring up the study? Give
reports of
me the
anything
study that
happening
says
with a
that.
drag queen.
Give me the study that says that, sir. Bring it up. I would like to Google it.
You can Google it and use any credible source you
Yeah,
would
the
like.
studies that every study that I've looked up
Madam,
on
if you
pedophilia,
are interested
I
in
allowed
having
you
a
to
debate,
speak.
you do have
I
to let me
allowed
speak.
you to speak, but I just allowed you to speak, and I'm
No,
refuting your
you
arguments.
continue to speak over
Every
me.
single study that I've
Is there a
researched
reason?
that speaks on, you see, you don't want me to speak because you know I'm right.
No, you're
So
not right. You're
every
not right about
single,
anything.
if I'm not right, then let me speak. Every single study that I've looked up on pedophilia, 64 to 67% of them are gay men. And the 47% or the 44% that they say are hetero is based solely on the fact that these men were married to women. But even in that group, over 30% of them were males who like to touch on little boys. So when you're bringing up this study, let me know the study so I can read it for myself and get a good grasp and understanding of this study. So if you could please name the study, I'd like to read it.
Perfect. Are you going to let me speak now?
Yeah, can you name the study, please?
No, but the study is easy to
Exactly.
find. The
There's no
information.
study that
Please let me finish
solidifies your
speaking.
argument.
Please let
There's
me
no
finish
study
speaking.
that solidifies your argument. So don't speak on any studies if you can't name it.
Please stop. Let me finish speaking. Heterosexuals are 20 times more likely to be pedophiles than homosexuals.
Name the study.
Additionally, I'm still talking. Additionally,
Okay,
there's
you
not
don't want
been
to name
one
the study. You
recorded
just want to
incident of a
spew
drag
lies.
queen doing
Name the
anything. But
study.
it's interesting that
Name
you
the
thank
study.
God when there
When
have
you
been
come back with the
hundreds of
study, you can
thousands.
come back and speak. When you get the study and come back. Get
You
the
don't
study
actually
and come
let
back.
people. You don't actually
Get
let
the
people speak.
study and come back. You're quoting.
You're saying that study said this, study said that. What is the name of the study? Let me read the study. Let me read the study. The source. Trust me, bro. People with a quick Google search, you can look up pedophilia in heterosexual or gay. And you will see that every study on this topic shows that 64 to 60%, 64 to 67% of them are gay or people from the community that are more pedophilic. Don't take my word for it. Google it. It's your friend. I would like to talk to a T woman if that's possible. It would be so great.
Adam Z, I know I'm correct. I looked it up. I looked up all of them that you brought out. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How old are you?
I am 22.
Wonderful. So the live is about civil discourse and conversations. No transphobia, no homophobia, no heterophobia, no hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior, no bigotry, harassment, or bullying will be tolerated. Go ahead.
Awesome. All right. I have a question for you about
Is it topic related?
it is. It really is, I promise. I
Wonderful.
wouldn't come on here and start spewing a bunch of crap. I promise.
Wonderful. Let's have a conversation. Go ahead.
This is a slur and not necessary. So I've heard it in so many different ways. How is it a slur and how can it be taken as not a slur? Because I am so genuinely confused that even when I Google it, it doesn't tell me jack all.
Basically, it's being weaponized. It's a slur because a slur is anything that a group of people or an individual perceives as an insult when it's being used in a derogative term or form. So, given the fact that they've weaponized this terminology to insult women, to degrade women, to belittle women, and try to make womanhood an umbrella term, as you can see in my comments, if you just scroll through my comment section on my videos, you will see them using it as an insult. You know what I mean? To demean me. So that's how it's become a slur. It's not necessary in the sense that if it means that I identify as the sex I was born with, right? That means that I'm just a woman. So I'm not a T woman. So I don't need cis as a descriptor because I already have a descriptor as a woman, as an adult human female. T women have a descriptor as T women, which are men who identify as the opposite sex. So it's not necessary and it's a slur.
I would have to agree 100% then. That like summed it up perfect. Absolutely perfect.
All right, glad I can do that for you. So the next time they ask you how, just explain that to them. And it's not a medical term. When they tell you it's a medical term, tell them no. The only place it is used in science is in chemistry, and it's used to denote like elements, right? Because cis in Latin means on this side. So in chemistry they use it to denote like elements and stuff like that. But in biology, it's not used. So there's no cis people, it's just men and women, or male and female rather, in science, in biology, male and female.
Okay. And then, do
All
you
right,
mind if I ask the comment section a real quick question?
go ahead.
What is a woman? Because I guarantee you I could tell you what a woman is right now. What is a woman?
Want me to do a quick poll?
I would love it.
All right, let me see if I can get that up. All right, so if you guys believe the Oxford Dictionary's definition of what a woman is, put a smiley face. If you believe it's a Decepticon, put a crying face. So crying face, if you believe that women is, by the Oxford Dictionary's definition, is an adult female human, smiley face. If you believe that it's a Decepticon, cry face.
I love that we know what a woman is. All right. Heck yeah. Whew, I thought we
All right.
lost hope in society. Oh, man. All right,
No.
but I hope you have a blessed day.
You too, darling. You too. Take
All
care.
right. Thank you. You too.
All right. See, it's
Everybody believes it's an adult human female. God is good. All right, let's see if we can get somebody else on. All right. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, everyone that's been sending gifts. Thank you. And guys, remember, we do not tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia on this live. But always remember, women do not have diox. Okay? Always remember that. We don't have diox. Wonderful. You see what happens when you come in civil? We can have civil conversations. Civil conversations. Civil. Just don't come in screaming and try to, be the man that your mother birthed if you're a Decepticon. If you're a T-woman, just come in civil. Let's talk. Just come in civil. Let's agree to...
big up, Lisa. I see you. Big up, Lit
Hello.
Makers.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon. How old are you?
I'm 23.
You have to speak up, darling. I can barely hear you.
I'm 23.
Wonderful. So the live is about civil discourse and conversations. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment, or hate speech will be tolerated. All right, go ahead.
Okay, when you read out those rules, I guess I'm just a bit confused because I've just been sort of observing the live, and it seems like you are.
Please, if you are going to speak, please just speak on topic, please. Right? Because the sympathy mongering doesn't work with me.
The
Right?
what, sorry?
It's sympathy mongering. It doesn't work with me. So if you
Oh no,
can't
I'm not.
discuss any of these topics, it doesn't make any sense for us to converse.
Okay, sure. So your first topic, trans women are men in cosplay. I would argue that in itself is a display of transphobia. Yet
What
you
is a
claim that
phobia? What is a phobia, please?
the definition.
We couldn't hear you. You literally chipped out.
Dislike of or strong prejudice against trans people. That's what transphobia is. It doesn't
No, I
literally
didn't
mean.
ask you what transphobia meant. I asked you what is a phobia. That's all I asked you. Can you tell me what a phobia is, please?
A phobia, in one sense, is to be scared of something, yes. However,
Or an
when you
extreme. So a phobia is an extreme and irrational
fear,
fear.
yes.
An
What I'm
extreme and
saying
irrational fear.
is that
Okay.
that's
And hold on. Have I brought up T people on this live? You've been here, so you saw that I brought up T people, right?
I assume so, yes.
Okay, so does that seem as if I have an extreme and irrational fear of Decepticons?
So to answer your question, I just want to first preface by saying that when we take the suffix phobia and we use it in words such as fat phobia, transphobia, in that sense, it no longer literally means a fear of these people. Hence why when you look up the definition of transphobia, it talks about the dislike or strong
Yeah,
prejudice
but
against
if you take
trans
the
people.
suffix of a word and add it to another word, it still has to correlate with the meaning that the suffix came from. You see, if a phobia is
That's not
extreme
how.
and irrational fear, oh yes, that is how English language works.
All you have
It's
to
just
do
that
is
it's
Google
been,
the definition of transphobia, and then you'll see
yeah,
what it
I
literally
know, but
means.
I'm telling you how English language works. I'm not talking
And I'm
about the
telling you what the
amendment.
Oxford. I think the people who wrote the Oxford Dictionary are more clued up on how the English language works.
Yes, the people that wrote the Oxford Dictionary also gave us the definition of a woman, which is an adult human female. But here you are believing that T women are women. So it doesn't seem that as if you trust the Oxford Dictionary.
I just think that, anyway, back to my
Do you
previous
trust
point.
the
I
Oxford
just think
Dictionary
that
since you trust the Oxford Dictionary so much and you believe that they said that, what transphobia is and, homophobia. Do you trust their definition of a woman also, which is an adult human female?
I trust the definitions pertaining to social context as our society
Okay, so you don't
evolves.
trust the Oxford Dictionary. You just
You
want
are
to
putting
amend
words in
words
my
to suit your
mouth, number
narrative.
one.
So,
Number
but
two,
do
I
you
just think the way
trust?
that you're carrying
Do
out this live
do
is very immature, and you're
listen?
not acting in a Christ-like way at all.
Okay,
You're being
do you know what
hateful,
Christ says? Do you know what
disrespectful.
Christ says? Do you know what
I
Christ
don't
says
think you'd be very
about
proud
men
of the
who
words that you're
mutilate their
using.
pianist? Do you know what Christ says about
I
men who
don't think
mutilate their
that
pianist?
Christ would approve of the way that you
Oh,
treat
Christ would
people.
approve.
Christ says about men who mutilate their penises. He says that they will be cast into the lake of burn. That's what he said. He said that they will be cast into the lake of burn. You cannot tell me what Christ believes in, because what Christ believes in is written in the Bible. He says, if you love me, keep my commandments. And by keeping his commandments, you would condemn sin. And the alphabet community is riddled in sin. It was created by sinners who have extreme and abnormal lust, which is demonic. Whenever they take the L, they try to deflect. I'm trying to get somebody who actually wants to debate.
If you come in yelling and screaming, I'm just gonna block you. Aunt Lydia, if they come in yelling and screaming, just block them because they obviously don't want to debate. Aunt Lydia. Hello.
Hello,
How old are you?
51.
Wonderful. I'm 75 myself. It's good when senior citizen meet. So the live is about civil discourse and conversation. No transphobia, no homophobia, no heterophobia, no hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior, no bigotry, harassment, or bullying will be tolerated. Go ahead.
Um, I want to discuss your idea that cis is not a slur and not necessary. I don't necessarily believe that. I am a woman. I was assigned female at birth, if you want to say that. But I don't consider cis a slur at all. Period. I'm a woman, and that's what I am. I don't think if someone calls me cis, it is a slur.
Okay, wonderful. Do you know what a slur is?
Yes, absolutely, I do
Read that for
understand the
me.
definition of a slur.
Can you tell me the definition of a slur?
Um, a slur would, for example, be the use of the N word. That is a slur. It's a
No, I
derogatory
didn't
term.
ask you to give me an
A
example of a slur.
derogatory term. A
Listen,
derogatory term.
listen. Okay, so a slur is a derogatory term and it is based on the person who perceive it as such, right?
Right, but you can't get offended at someone calling you something that is the truth. And cis is not a slur, it's who you really are. It's just a descriptor, it's an adjective. Just like trans. Trans is not a slur.
Okay, wonderful. So you're going to tell black people that the N word isn't a slur because that's what they are. Because some
No, I
people,
never said
let
that.
me
That is
finish.
not what they are.
Let me finish, please. I allow you to speak. We're having civil discourse here, right? We're not arguing. So you say that people who perceive cis to be a slur cannot be insulted by it because that is who and what they are. And the reason why you believe that is who and what they are is because that is what some people perceive them to be. Right? So if it is that black people are perceived to be the N words, you're going to say to them that, that is what you are because other people perceive you this way. A slur is a slur because who it is directed to perceives it as an insult. That is when something becomes a slur. So, given the fact that millions of women and men around the world perceive cis to be a slur because they see it as an insult, right? That is how it is qualified to be a slur. You don't tell the person who perceives the insult how to perceive it.
But you understand that cis is a descriptive word. It's an adjective. It's not a slur.
It's a social term. It has nothing to do with a descriptor. We already have a descriptor. We are adult human females and adult males. We don't need another descriptor.
Right. But when we go around talking about people, we say, you're a man, you're a woman, you're a trans man, you're a trans woman.
Yes, wonderful. That's all the descriptor you need because if I'm just a man, that means I'm not a T man. If I'm just a woman, it means that I'm not a T woman, right? So the cis isn't necessary or needed. I'm glad you answered your
Sometimes,
own question.
yes, in certain contexts, that descriptive word is needed.
No, it's never needed because it's not used in medicine. It's a social term. And women already have a social category, right? A social description, which is an adult human female. The only reason why this term was brought up is to make T women feel secure in their make believe fantasies that they are who they feel they are. They want to make womanhood an umbrella term, which is not, because if it is that an adult human female is a woman, right? It can't be an umbrella term because the only way you qualify is by biology.
Then how do you explain intersex people?
Intersex people are still male or female based on their anatomy. There's no
Not
human being
necessarily.
ever.
They have both anatomies.
No, there's nobody, and I'm telling this to you, there's nobody in the history of medicine, right, that has been born with both.
You're incorrect, ma'am. They're born every day. There are people that have both genitalia when they are born.
Can you name me one person?
I don't know their name particularly, but you can look it up on Google, as you like to tell other people to do,
No, I
that
don't need to look it
there
up.
are intersex people.
I work in the medical field, and I can assure you that there has never been a human being born with both functioning anatomies, ever.
I
They
didn't
are
say
typically, let me tell
functioning.
you,
Sometimes they are functioning, though. You
no,
do not
no,
know
they're not.
everyone on the planet, nor
That
have
would
you
make
seen
that
every
would
medical
make
case.
that will make medical history around the world. And those people would literally be hermaphrodites or aerosexual, in which they can self reproduce, right?
Not
No human being
necessarily,
has
no,
that.
ma'am. And you're
Oh,
using the
yes,
incorrect
yes.
term. It's intersex, not hermaphrodite.
Intersex
That
is
is
a,
a
let me tell
slur.
you, listen to me. Listen, no, hermaphrodite, there are certain hermaphrodite animals, like snails, right? Um, Clownfish, certain bats, certain slugs, certain frogs. And this is
Those
a literal
those are
fact.
called
And certain words.
asexual, not intersex.
No, no, those are no. I'm not talking about intersex. Intersex is the name given to human beings because they have somewhat ambiguous, um, you know, reproductive bits. But hermaphrodite exists in certain insects like the slugs, snails, frogs, worms. Yeah, but not in human beings.
No, ma'am. Worms are called asexual.
Yes, but there are some that have, yes, that is the medical term given for it now, asexual, because they can self reproduce. But in my day, when I was going to, mopping floor school, it was hermaphroditism.
Yes, ma'am. But now times have changed, and that is considered to be somewhat of a slur. It is called
Yes.
intersex
No, it's not
now.
a slur because there are certain health professionals who still use that term. It's not a slur.
Okay, we don't have to debate on whether or not that is a slur, but I am telling you there is a name for that now, and it is called intersex.
It's the word still is used and it's a medical term, so it's not a slur.
Okay, but that's not the point. The point is
That
that
is,
it is
mom, you're
called
not going to be here playing
intersex.
on semantics. It's a medical term, so it cannot be a slur.
Okay, I just said we don't have to debate whether or not it's a slur.
Then,
The
then get off
correct
it then.
the correct term is intersex.
No, intersex exists in humans, not in animals.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We're discussing humans, not
Then
animals.
then stay on humans. There's no human born with both reproductive organs.
Absolutely, there are.
There as ma'am, I'm not asking you this. I'm telling
I'm
you,
not
I'm still
asking
in
you
school.
either. I'm telling you,
Ma'am,
you are wrong.
name
You are
one. Name
incorrect.
one.
Ma'am,
Name one.
Google it. Google
I
it.
don't need to Google it, ma'am. You
You
don't
do
want to
need to
debate.
Google
You
it.
want
If
to,
you were in the
ma'am,
medical profession,
ma'am,
ma'am,
I
you need to
don't
do your
need to Google it.
research.
Ma'am, I don't need to Google it. I'm still learning. Okay? I got one Walmart degree already and got another one. I'm still learning. It's not. There's no
Then
human
you need
being
to
that is
learn
born with
that there
both.
are people that are really like that out here.
Name one.
I don't know their
Google it and
names
name one.
directly.
Google it
I
and
can't
name
Google
one.
it while I'm on the phone with you, ma'am.
Well, ma'am, I'm telling you that there's none.
Okay.
That would have made medical history. Is there anything else you want to debate?
Yeah, I don't believe that trans women are men and cosplay either.
Wonderful. Can you tell me what a woman is, please, based on the medical definition?
Well, I know what you're going to say, so I'm going to give you
It
your
doesn't matter what I.
definition.
No, just tell me what the medical definition is. Don't worry about what I'm going to say.
I don't know the medical definition off the top of my head because I'm not looking at it.
Oh, you don't know? Do you want to tell me the dictionary's definition then?
An adult human female, because that's what you're going to say.
Okay, wonderful. Are T women males?
Trans women are women.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, are T women males?
They're women.
Okay, so you want to end the conversation. You've conceded then.
I'm trying to look up what you asked me before. Name one person who is asexual.
No, I asked, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. But are T women males?
It depends on if they've had gender affirming surgeries or not.
You know that you cannot change your sex according to biologists all over the world. There's a consensus. You cannot change your sex.
Okay.
Are you okay? Do you need a little time?
I'm trying to look up what you're asking me to find out. If you
Mm-hmm.
give me 1 second, please.
Sure. Take all the time you need. in the meantime, can you tell me though, can you answer this one question in the meantime? Are T women biologically males? August, can you answer that one question while you're searching?
You're asking me if trans women are biologically males?
Oh, so you asked your own question. Do you mind
No,
answering your
I'm
own
asking
question?
you, is that the question?
Do you want to answer your own question?
No, I was asking you, is that the question that you were asking me?
Are T women biologically males?
Maybe on some level, but not if they're getting hormone replacement. I don't
It
believe
doesn't change
so.
your sex. It doesn't. So they're males then, right?
Depends on what stage of their transition. On some level, but it depends on what point of their transition that they're in.
Pardon?
It depends on what point in their transition they are in.
Ma'am, there is a medical consensus that one cannot change their sex. Taking medication doesn't do that. Feelings don't do that either, and cosmetic surgeries doesn't do that either. So the medical consensus is that your sex is binary. So are T women biologically males?
Again, I think it depends on what point in their transition they're in.
So you don't trust the science then?
I do believe in science. People can
Oh, do you
change their
take
sex
medication?
and gender are two different things.
Wonderful. Since you know that sex and gender are two different things, I'm asking you, what is the sex of a T woman?
Female, they're a woman.
Okay, so you don't believe in science, and thank you for coming on. Is there anything else that you wanted to speak on?
No, because you completely do not want to
If you
even
want to speak
try
on
to
anything else,
remotely
no, you
listen.
you you
You
just
are stuck in
conceded.
one
You
way of
just
thinking
conceded.
and you cannot
You
open
just
your mind.
conceded. You just conceded, and I thank you.
I
If
did
there's
not
anything else that you
concede.
want to debate, we can do that.
No, ma'am, because you cannot open your mind to the fact that there are different people out there than you.
There are many different people out here, but you just said a biological male is a female, ma'am. A female.
If
Do you
they
know what are
transition into one, absolutely. My
Oh, so
very
you're saying
best
that you can
friend in
change
the
your
world
sex?
is a trans man. He is
So
a
you're saying,
man.
hold on, we're not arguing here. We're asking each other questions and answering them. So you believe that you can change your sex?
Yes, because I watched my best friend go through that.
Wonderful. So people, this is the consensus. The guests maybe studied more than me in biology class. Maybe the guest is a biologist from the future, where there are advanced um, scientific discoveries that we are not privy to in 2023, right? But the scientists and the biologists that we have here in 2023 are under the consensus that you cannot change your sex. So maybe we all need to identify as Martians and move to Mars, where these people are.
That would be lovely. I would love for lots of people to move to Mars. That would be great.
Yeah, wonderful. Can you tell me what a female is? Just by just curious.
Well, I'm a female. I'm a female woman. Yeah, I know what I am.
Okay, wonderful. So can you tell me what a female is? Like, give me certain characteristics that are, a female. Can you give me 5 of them?
Sure. Usually females are feminine. Some of them have long hair, some have short hair, some wear makeup, some don't. Sometimes women cook. Um,
Oh, you do know
they
that
have
female is a
jobs.
biological. You do know that female is a biological term, and femininity isn't necessarily biological. Is RuPaul a female?
RuPaul is a drag queen. That's
Yeah, but
different.
he has long hair sometimes, and
Right.
he's
He's a
feminine,
drag
and
queen.
he wear
He
makeup.
dresses up like women. That's different than being a trans person.
Ma'am, I didn't ask you that. You just said that a female is somebody who wears makeup, has long hair or short hair, or is feminine.
I
So,
said they
so,
can. They don't
or they
always have
can,
to.
or they don't always have to. So, can you tell me some biological facts that are purely female? 5 of them, please.
Well, not all women have all the same biological features. Some women have large breasts, some women don't have breasts at all.
Okay, so breasts are one of them. Wonderful. So, breast is one. Can you give me 4 more?
Usually women have higher cheekbones.
Higher, oh, so Somalian men are women because they have higher cheekbones.
I just said sometimes women have higher cheekbones.
No, 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 no. But there are men with higher cheekbones, like Somalian men, Sudanese men. They have very, very high cheekbones. That's why they like to get, models from those countries.
Okay. You
Yeah.
asked
So
me to
can
give
you
you
give
one
me
and I
four
did.
other ones? 4 other characteristics that are biologically female. You just said
Um,
breast. Can I get 4 more, please?
and I said higher cheekbones. Usually women have thinner legs sometimes.
Oh, so you're saying that, children in Africa, like the Dinka tribe who have slim, long legs, those men are women because they have, that tribe specifically, the Dinka tribe, you can Google them. They have very long, slender legs. Are they women?
No, and please don't continue to put words in my mouth. That is not what I.
So okay, so legs aren't one of the things. Legs aren't one of the things. So can you give me 4 more biological things that are, innately female, please?
Hmm. Usually women have larger behinds.
Larger what?
Larger behinds. They have larger
So,
butts.
so a male who's on the more voluptuous side is a woman.
No, I didn't say that either. You're asking me
Okay.
to give you biological attributes of a woman.
Yeah,
So
but anybody can have a
you just
larger
don't
derriere. But
them.
with the technology of BBLs, anybody can have a larger derriere. So I don't think that qualifies. Still waiting on 4 more.
I mean, I know what you're trying to get me to say, and I'm not going to
I'm not
say.
trying to get you to say anything. I'm just asking you a question.
That's right. The person in the comments says I haven't said a vagina yet. No, I haven't said vagina yet.
Oh, so can you tell me 4 other characteristics that are innately female?
Well, I will say vagina.
Okay, wonderful. Do you know what that consists of?
Absolutely, because I have one.
Okay, do T women have those?
Some of them do.
No, they don't, because what they have is a filleted penis. So what they do is that they cut off the big basketballs or the small basketballs, and then they fillet the T woman's penis, and then they create an opening in the intestine, the lower intestine, and they put the lining of the
Yes,
penis
I understand
in
how
that.
that surgery
Hold
works.
on, hold on. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you something. And then they put the lining of that penis inside the intestinal cavity, right? And then they use the penis front, the skin of the penis front, to create an ova, right? So it's not a pum pum. It's not it. So the T women don't have any of the qualifiers that one would say is innately female, right?
Well, since you believe in science, you do understand that everyone starts out as female in the womb. Then it's like
Mm-hmm.
figured out if it becomes a boy or not.
Yeah,
That's where
what
divine on
happens is,
that comes from on a male.
yes, everyone in the female is said to be, everyone in the womb is said to be female at some stage. And then the chromosome kicks in, and then the distribution of testosterone, estrogen, and then the development of the fetus because of the hormones and the DNA. It creates a male or a female.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
you get the majority of your DNA and your chromosomes from your mother.
No, majority of your DNA comes from your father.
No, that's incorrect.
Yes, no, it's correct.
You're
Majority of
incorrect.
your DNA comes from your father.
No,
Yes.
that is incorrect.
No, it's not.
Absolutely, it is incorrect. I
No,
was
it's
just on
not.
another live last night, and they looked it up and
Oh,
proved
you can
the
look it up.
person
You
wrong.
can look it up all you want. The fetus gets most of its build up from the father.
No, absolutely not.
All right, wonderful. So you don't trust the science.
I do trust the science. Your science is incorrect, ma'am.
All right, ma'am. I guess there's nothing more you want to say because you
No,
obviously
there's
don't
not,
believe in
because
science.
you, again, cannot open your mind and realize that you are incorrect sometimes.
Okay, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not
Please
incorrect.
have a good evening. I am completely over this conversation. Thank you.
No problem, man. Take care of yourself. God bless you.
All right, so I guess she doesn't have anything else to say. We have people in 2023 who don't trust the science. They don't trust the science one bit. They don't believe in science. They don't trust the science. They want you to believe their science, even when it's not true. But the science, it literally upsets them. Let's see if we can get more people on.
Here's a drink.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. How old are you?
I am 30.
Okay, wonderful. Marsha, I accepted you. I don't know what's happening. It says loading.
Got no idea then.
Hold on. I'm speaking. Give me a minute. Marsh. Oh, you're
Shalom,
connected?
sis, shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Yeah. Can you hear
Shalom.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know
Okay.
what was happening just
Carry
now.
on, carry on, sis. You're doing a great job. Carry on. I'm listening. I'm
Yeah,
here
give
if
me
you
a
need any
minute.
help.
Can you mute that, please? I'm having a conversation here. All right. So the live is about. Can you mute that? The live is about civil discourse and conversations. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, behavior, harassment, or bullying will be tolerated. All right? Go ahead.
Okay, so the first point in that list that you've got up, trans women are women. They're not men.
Okay, can you tell me what a woman is?
Well, like you keep saying, it's an adult human female, but if you go by the social definition, a female can go by gender, not just biology.
Given the fact that female is purely biological, it has nothing to do with a social construct.
Female can also be gender.
Female
Women,
is the gender. Your gender is male or female according to the definition of gender. Gender, by definition, is either of the two sexes, male or female.
no, gender is a social construct, the same as
It
money.
doesn't say that in the definition.
Let me speak.
Sir, you don't tell me what to do on my
Yo,
life,
brother,
sweetie.
you don't
Calm
speak to
down.
a woman like that, brother. You don't speak to
Calm
the
your
host like
tits.
that, first of all. And let me ask you a question. Since you want to ask so many questions as a man, you're talking to a next man. Let's see if you're man enough. Let me ask you a question. One simple question. It's very simple. I realize you're defending the first question. As you can see at the top of the screen, right? You're defending that. So my question to you is this, and I need you to answer properly. What nation on this planet, except from your nation, who are the ones who were telling people that a woman can be a man and a man can be a woman? What nation? Just call one. I'm waiting. That doesn't look like you, by the way. Because everyone who looks like you is you. So I need you to understand that. I need you all to stop separating yourselves because you all are the same people. But I need to tell me straightforward. What nation on this planet, right, is saying what you're saying, or even implying that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man? What nation but yours? Please tell me.
I can name a few, actually. Denmark, the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, New
White
Zealand,
people,
Iceland.
Sweden, white people. I just said don't call your own people. They're not to say that. They're not to say anyone who looks like you is your people. The Denmark, white people, Sweden, white people, Switzerland, white people, Germany, white people, France, white people, Rome, white people, England, white people, Europe, white people, Italy, white people, Canada, white people. What are you talking about? Listen to my question again. Seems like you don't know how to understand or you don't know how to comprehend the question. What people on this planet, except from your people, people who don't look like you, yeah, are trying to push the narrative that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man? I didn't say who invented it. I'm saying what people are pushing the narrative. Yeah, because we know this thing has been about from before Christ, before the Messiah. We know this. Sodom and Gomorrah, we know this. But my question is this: what people do you see pushing the narrative that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man that doesn't look like you? What people? Answer that.
Well, New Zealand don't exactly look white. They're darker
New Zealand
skin.
is run by Caucasians. Every single country you call out is run by Caucasian. New Zealand's laws are given to them by Caucasian. The people in New Zealand, the original people, the Aboriginals, they literally tell you that they want their land back and they're not getting it back. Why? Because the Caucasians run it. Now, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to talk to a next person on this planet, which is you. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just showing you something. I'm trying to see if you can see a narrative being pushed. I'm trying to show you the narrative being pushed, but you're not getting it. I'm asking you one more time. The country cannot be ruled or run by your people, right? Or anyone who looks like you. What nation or people on this planet who don't look like you, that your country or people who look like you are running that country, that are pushing the narrative that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man? What people that don't look like you? Answer the question.
Wow. I mean, I get you're trying not to be racist, but you're bringing race into it anyway.
I'm not being racist, but I'm literally showing you that. Listen, let me ask you a question. Who created chow mein? Watch this. Answer it. Who created chow mein?
I mean, I'm
just say
it. I'm guessing probably not the Chinese, since you're asking.
You saying not the Chinese, or are you saying the Chinese? Who do you know who came out with chow mein? Where can you get some good chow mein from?
I mean, you go to a Chinese place for
the Chinese, right? That's my point. That's my point. What's his next point? Because one minute, we're gonna get somewhere. I'm trying to get somewhere with you. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm a man speaking to a next man. So let's reason as men. So we know when you think about chow mein, you think about Chinese, right? All right. Question: the best oxtails or the best jerk chicken? Who do you think about?
I don't.
Jamaicans. It's easy, bro. It's easy. It don't matter what you say. It's easy. When you think about the best pizza, even though I've never been to Italy before, you don't. But listen. You're talking about social constructs, my brother. So I'm telling you. I'm using your narrative, trying to ask you questions. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm using your narrative, trying to ask you a question. You're talking about social. It does. Just follow me. It does. Just follow me. I guarantee you. if you listen and be a man, I will prove to you. Listen. You just said I'm bringing race into it. Listen and stop being a female. Are you a woman? Are you a woman? So just listen as a man. I'm saying to you, the reason why I brought up chow mein or I brought up jerk chicken and oxtails, right, is because I said to you what people on this earth are doing this. I'm trying to show you that no one else on this planet, you cannot think that because one nation on this planet or people who look alike is pushing a narrative that makes the whole planet following it because you see some people in the rest of the planet doing it. No, I'm trying to show you something. So when you said about race, I'm bringing chicken in it, I'm bringing oxtails in it, I'm bringing chow mein in it, just to show you that for me to show you something, you need to call on someone's race. So it's not racist, it's the fact that this is the race that's doing it. So we obviously have to say, what, because I say the word Chinese, I'm racist? What, because you say the word black man, you're racist? What, because I say the word white man, I'm racist? Come on, man, that's some no, 1 minute, let me finish. Men let men speak. Men let men speak. You're not gonna just throw some shit out to make this look like an argument. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna speak as men, whether you like it or not. So in reality, you need to understand. You said something about race. We're gonna pin on that, and then we're gonna go back on the subject. The pin is that I'm not talking about race. I literally have to say your race to show you that the rest of the races didn't do this. So I'm trying to show you as a person from that race, because my Bible and the sister's Bible says, surely their children shall say our fathers have told us lies. So even if you don't believe in the Bible says you would say that your daddy and your ancestors told you lies. And I'm trying to show you one of the biggest lies, that on this planet, even though there was such thing as the other persuasion, a man liking the same persuasion as himself, or a woman liking the same persuasion as herself, right? We as a whole earth, we never had the mentality or the mindset to say a man could be a woman or a woman could be a man. This just came about the other day. Literally, you can say 100 years ago, because before 100 years ago, it was classed as a mental disability, mental dysphoria. So at the end of the day, we know this just came about, but who are the ones who made this word? Your people did, bro. What am I supposed to say? Your people, and then now you're gonna put everyone in it. No, I have to show you that your ancestors lied to you, so you can then stop telling the lie to yourself. You see, you're not being lied to no more. You're the liar now. You see, at one point, your ancestors made the lie up, and they was like, okay, this is it. You grew up in a society that taught you specific things, and it wasn't a society that I was in. Because I'm black, by the way, if you don't know. See my picture? I'm black, right? I didn't grow up like that. And I don't care what you want to do. I don't give a shit. I don't care. The Father says if they want to sin, let them sin still. The Father says if they want to be righteous, let them be righteous still. But what I do care about is you trying to push a narrative like it was just here already, just chilling in a billion, and we just came about now trying to fight against something that's been here. No, what is being fought against is what you're fighting against. That a man has always been a man, and a woman has always been a woman. Whether you like it, understand it, or believe it, I don't care. Nobody else cares either, because the truth is the truth, and a lie cannot be forced into the truth. So your ancestors are the only ones on this planet. That's a fact. I just proved it to you. That's why you're silent right now. That's why why? Because you know I'm not lying. Every single nation, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Indian, they were doing this thing. They were going to the same persuasion, but yet none of them made a law, or none of them made a statement to say a man could be a woman or a woman could be a man. None. It was your nations. It was your people who split up into Germany, Rome, France, Italy, or all of these so-called nations. Yeah, that you see even the Jews who say they're not you. These so-called Jewish people who say they're not white. And they say you're Esau. Did you know the Jewish people who look just like you, by the way, say they're not you? They don't look, and you're not them, and you're Esau. Have you ever read about Esau in the Bible? Esau's children are the wicked of the earth. The Bible said that. I'm not even being racist. I'm telling you what the same people that y'all give millions to every single year say about America, specifically, not me now, the same Jewish people that y'all spend millions on every single year, and look at us Negroes like we're dirt, trash, and rubbish. Those people say you are Esau. And and you know what God says about Esau? God says he hates Esau in the Bible, literally, and his children. And the Bible, it also says Esau, yeah, is the border of wickedness, the border. That means once you pass that border, there's no more wickedness. And who you see pushing murder, slaughter, a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. All this confusion on the earth. Esau, your people. Do you not get it? And I'm telling you this because you're going to get up one day, whether you like it or not, and say your daddy lied to you. Because you have now become your daddy. You have now pushed the same narrative your daddy did. The same lie your daddy did. You are now our oppressors. And I'm not even talking about it as a black-white thing. I'm talking about as even you against your own Caucasian people. You're oppressing Caucasians with what you're doing. Because you're trying to force a narrative that doesn't exist. So you even now oppress not only the other nations who never cared about what you were doing, but now you're oppressing even your own people. Because how many Caucasians don't believe in what you say because it doesn't exist? How many? Many. More than y'all that do believe. So that shows you that the majority of us know the truth. The majority is always over the small amount. You not get that? The majority vote makes sense. Yo, liquor 1 and 2 of y'all can't come and tell us no lies and listen. I'm gonna end on this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm done because this is the sister's live and she always handles this. It's the last thing I'm gonna say, and this is not even towards you, but it's for you too. The woman on the live before who came on, if you're still on the live, let me tell you something straightforward. The sister asked you a question. Just name 4 attributes of a woman, and guess what you didn't want to say. And it wasn't even about the vagina. The vagina is the least of it. The sister broke that down and told you that, yeah, the so-called T women, they are doing something different. But you know what you were trying to dodge? A womb. A womb. And you can't. And you know what? You know why you dodged the womb? Because you know all of these fake, whatever they want to be, have to put artificial ones in them. And if it's artificial, that means it's not real. It's never been a part of you. It's never been a part of you.
Wombs, they're not a thing yet.
Bro, that's the point. That's what I'm saying to you. The artificial wombs that y'all are trying to create, yeah, you're not listening. The artificial wombs that y'all are trying to create, that's the only thing. That's why she couldn't say womb. She knows they're trying to be created. Every single thing they say is trying to be created in a lab so they can make it easy for you. They can make it easy for your people who try to turn into the other thing or turn into what you're not. So in reality, the artificial womb is the only that's the only thing she could say out of her mouth, and it doesn't even exist. It's only a thought. It's only a scientific. It's only a science experiment. That's all it is. An experiment. That's not even. That's not. It doesn't even work yet. Bro, it doesn't even work it, no matter what you say. No matter what you say. No, let me finish. Let me finish on that woman. Now, woman, as I was saying to you, if you're still on the live, a woman, yeah, a real woman, one of the attributes, I'm only saying one. I don't even need to say anymore. An attribute of a woman, womb, man. Y'all get it? She has a womb. And she comes from a man. Woman. Womb man. Y'all get it? You get it? Woman? Okay then. So stop trying to dodge the womb. But I'm done.
Yes. Even the origin of the word in Hebrew, the first original translation of a woman is WOMMAN. It's just that they didn't put the B because it wasn't there in the Hebrew text. But it was literally WOMMAN. Woman. Yeah, right. That was it.
Now, on his little rant about artificial wombs, he does realise that they're being developed for women that were born without wombs. Natural, like
only women have wombs.
Women that were born without them. That's who they're being made for primarily.
And they have every other characteristics that are innately female. So they're still women. T women have none. T women have none of the innately. T women have none of the innate female characteristics. So they do not qualify.
How many of those characteristics? How many of those characteristics?
You have to have at least 5. And T women have none.
Name name those characteristics that a trans woman doesn't have that a biologically born woman does have.
XX chromosomes, a pum pum, uterus, ovaries, womb, a wider pelvic
You
bone.
already said womb.
Big.
No. The uterus is different from the womb.
Keep going,
The
sis. Keep
uterus,
going.
sir, listen. The uterus is different from the womb, sir.
But it's not.
The woman's pum pum consists of the outside genitals and the inside genitals. You know that, right?
A vagina is the external bits, and the
vagina is inside. The vagina is the opening. Listen, sir. You have the lips, you have the clit, and then you have the V that is inside. It's a canal, right? And then that leads up to the ovaries, the eggs, the fallopian, all these things, the womb, all these things that are there. It's literally a mesh of things. It's not just one thing. That's why I said to you that T women don't have pum pums. They have, filleted penises.
Okay, so what? Go over the characteristics again. So a vagina.
I'm even gonna give you 4. I'm gonna bring it down to 4. Wider pelvic bone, XX chromosome. Okay. I'm sorry. Uterus, eggs, menstrual cycles. We don't have prostate either. So you can just take those.
I thought you said 4, not 6, but okay.
Yeah, you can break it down and pick whatever one of those you want.
I'll cover 4 of them actually. So first off, ovaries. Not all people born as women have ovaries.
Only women have ovaries.
No, not all women have ovaries.
Only women have ovaries. The consensus in the medical field is that only women have ovaries. So even if a woman has a medical condition, if I got, God forbid, ovarian cancer and I had to have a hysterectomy where I remove my ovaries, I'm still a woman. Just because I have a medical condition doesn't change the fact of who I am and what I am. But only women have ovaries. And if she doesn't have the ovaries, she has every other sex characteristics that are innately female.
So if someone born as a male has ovaries for some reason, that somehow makes them female, does it?
Oh my God.
That does happen.
They got mash.
You also mentioned
hold on. Mash, sorry about that. They flagged you, jump out, give yourself 2 minutes and come back. Yeah, they flagged you for hateful behavior.
I'll just say this now, I had nothing to do with that.
You guys need to stop reporting people because they tell you the truth that you don't like to hear. The truth only offends people that are living lies. It only offends people that are living lies. Go ahead.
So, yeah, so there are people out there that are born as male with all the male genetics and everything, but they still somehow end up with an ovary in a random place or something. So does that somehow make them female?
They don't have a functioning. Typically, that is intersexism, and intersexism is when the reproductive bits are somehow ambiguous. The outside reproductive bits are somewhat ambiguous. It could be chromosomal, it could be hormonal, and it could be gozanal, right? But in cases like those, it's typically the cells that are there, but they're never developed. So an intersex man, right, who has like androgen sensitivity syndrome or something like that, where he has, XXY chromosomes, he's still a male because of every other characteristics that are innately male, right? It's just that, his chromosomes is messed up, or, if they have any other kind of medical condition, they still have every other characteristics that is male. Marsh, you can re-request, brother. Or if you have another account, you can come on.
Hmm.
Yeah, Marsh
So
is here.
I get what I get what you're saying about functionality and everything. So we'll move on from that one because we're not going to completely agree on that one. So chromosomes. You say that only women have XX chromosome.
No, women typically have XX chromosomes. This is why I told you about like androgen sensitivity syndrome or any other syndrome that gives a man XX chromosome, but he still has every other characteristics that is male. This is why androgen sensitivity syndrome only affects certain men. Or men with XXY chromosome, it's only men who have those kind of conditions because they're still classed in the medical field as men or males because of their male bits.
Right. So are you aware that the Y chromosome is degenerating and is basically non-existent at this point of time, and there are many men out there that are being born who are completely genetically male with no intersex at all, but they still have no Y chromosome.
And as I told you, these genetic anomalies, the Y chromosome still exists. The consensus in medicine is that most men are born with XY chromosomes and women are born with XX. Just because we have rare anomalies in science and medicine, it doesn't override the norm. We look at these exceptions and they're still classed as men or women based on the fact of their reproductive organs or their sex characteristics.
That's not what I'm talking about. This isn't an anomaly. This is actually happening right now where
Yes.
humans are losing the Y chromosome completely.
No, it's not happening at a wide scale that would cause concern.
Actually, it is.
The
I'm
only
looking
reason
at
why
the
it's
study
happening is
right
because your
now.
people is making. The only reason
Oh
why it's
my
happening is
God.
because your people again is making GMO foods that's changing our DNA because you are what you
Exactly.
eat. You know
And
the reason
putting
why y'all don't like
estrogen
when.
in water.
Yo, let me, first of all, brother,
Exactly.
let me tell you, first of all, hello, sir, listen. Not because it hurts your belly doesn't make it not correct. So listen to me. Herbs is the way to heal
Brian T,
yourself.
come on and educate me.
Herbs is the
I'm
way to
sorry,
heal
Mash, go ahead.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? So there's no doctor on this planet that tells you that herbs is wicked. When it pertains to, they will look stupid. If there's a herb that can be proven to fix something, they will look stupid trying to tell you that it's wicked. It would. But guess what they do? They carry on pumping it with pills, carry on giving you this food that we're buying at the supermarket. All this fake chocolate, this fake biscuit, these fake snacks. It's changing your DNA. You are what you eat. That's real. That's not just a saying. You think many things is a saying. You don't. You obviously don't know a lot of definitions, bro. Because you think a lot of things is sayings. They're not. It's reality. You are what you eat. So that's the reason why. All right. For instance, was cancer a thing? Didn't your people? And I'm not being racist, but I'm because I learned from your people. My people just came out of slavery, and I learned from your people. I learned maths, English, science, all of that from your people. I went to college. Your people sent me. Gave me my diploma. I'm saying I went to university. Your people gave me a degree. It was all your people. So in reality, I'm only working off your science, bro. And all you have to do is just look in your science. You'll realize that everything that's been happening to us is because of the change of food. All right. For instance, they put chlorine inside of the water, right? They put chlorine. They tell you it's to stop bacterial agents from affecting you. Question: isn't your body naturally made up of bacteria? Like naturally. Now, when you go bam and you don't bathe for a day or two, don't you naturally start building bacteria? Now, question: how is the man on the street, yeah, that's mad crazy and drinking gutter water, right, living? But if you and I drink that shit, we die. If you and I, who's been using the clean water, and I'm not saying be dirty and nasty and don't bathe. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying clearly that there's been a misconception of what healthy is and what our body is. So you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. The reason why these things are happening is because the change of diet and how your people is telling us how to live. And that's the reality. The reason why
Yes,
people,
fluoride in the water.
even cancer, right? Cancer is something that's naturally in you, but yet they found a way to get it out of you. Show me one documentation that of any nation, yeah, before your people started documenting things, because they obviously, you know, your people just came out like the caves the other day. I'm not being racist, that's real. So, well, you all know what period y'all started reigning in. You know the Greek, Alexander the Greek. Yeah. So in reality, what nation before you, yeah, were saying, oh, we had cancer? Show me, because there's many things. There's many documented illnesses before your people came out. Even heart attack. You know, there's no such thing as a heart attack. There's no such thing. The heart doesn't attack you. Your heart doesn't attack you. Who made those sayings up? Who said all that stuff? Who told you that your heart pumps blood? Who told you that when your heart's a filter, it's actually your lungs that pumps blood? Who told you that? You did, but who told us and made us go study and see for ourselves with our own eyes that the lungs is what pumps the blood? A black man did. And I'm not being racist, that's the truth. Who told us, yeah, that the Messiah was black? A black man did, and we went and looked in the Bible for ourselves and we read, but who told us he was white though, before we looked in the book? You see, like, y'all keep on telling us things, and then when we go look, it's something different. And you still trust your own people? That's crazy. But go on, sis, take the floor, it's yours.
Yeah, and listen, these people literally once said that by 2030, the entire US will be a mixed nation with, people, everybody looking the same and all these things. And it's 2023, 7 years from 2030, and it's not happening. The fact of the matter is this: just because they're telling you that the Y chromosome will magically disappear, God is God, and God knows what he's doing. And all these genetic mutations that are happening, all these things that they're trying to do, what the hell is this? All these things that they're trying to do to distort God creations, it's not going to happen. It's just not. It is what it is.
So you're trying to say that people
What
from
the hell is it?
1918, where science hadn't advanced that far yet, were making these genetic mutations then?
Of course.
No, 1 minute. Are you saying in 1918 the science didn't advance, but
Okay, so it kicked everybody out. They're reporting. I may have to restart. I'm wondering if I should restart. Can you guys hear me? If I restart, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to show and go to bed. Honestly speaking. If I restart, I'm going to go to bed. Show and then go to bed.
Hello? Hello? All right, I have to keep this one.
so he was talking about 1918 before they did what they did on TikTok to the sisters live, right? But yet we're, first of all, we need to understand there's many pictures being released of Caucasians having technology, but yet we're just seeing that technology right now, like scooters, like electric cars, all of this stuff. We're all seeing videos in black and white, pictures in black and white, that proves to us that this technology has always been here. We don't see pictures of black people on scooters, electric scooters, in black and white. We see pictures of Caucasians. That means someone hid the technology. Someone took the technology and put it away. So when you say out your mouth, yeah, that the system science didn't advance, first of all, what you're saying is that your people made science. Are you mad? Every single thing that y'all created, like a plane. Did y'all know the plane came from Egypt? You think you created a wheel? So what was the Egyptians doing then when they was when they was on the chariots? What was that? Do you really that is your perception so dense that you
The
really think?
Egyptians didn't do chariots. That was the Romans.
First of all, the Egyptians had chariots. The Romans copied the Egyptians as y'all still are doing to this day. What is your Grammy Awards? What is your Grammy Awards? An Egyptian statue. What is every single thing y'all practice? Egyptian works. What is all of the so-called Illuminati's ways? Egyptian. What is on the back of your money? A pyramid. What does my Bible say? My people are gonna be. That's how you know I'm a real Jew, and anybody who's a Negro is a real Jew. What does my Bible say? The real Jews are gonna be taken in
I think I really
spiritual
do have to
Sodom and Egypt.
restart. It
So what
says
you
your
saying?
flag. Mas, hold on. You guys follow. I'm gonna restart. I have to restart. It's flagging you. I'm gonna restart. Everybody who wants to debate, you can come back on. Right? Come back on if you wanna.
All right.